Hi, this is just an intro to different ways to use emails for SEO and to explain the whole idea behind the catch-all. There's some ways you can use emails for SEO. You can use single emails. You can go out and you can just manually create these. Sometimes the SEO software you're using will create them for you to use them for your different projects. You can also buy them off Fiverr from providers on there. Or you can use a catch-all email. These are usually made by domains that you own, and you have to go into your cPanel setup and create those for yourself. Then there's a third way. There's kind of a hybrid way of this, and that is what Account Creator Plus does for you. So what is a catch-all? It's pretty much a default email address that catches all the email that you would otherwise bounce back to the person. And it forwards all that to a certain email address that you specify. So for example, if you own the domain grade.com and you had your email as me@grade.com, but you wanted to make sure you got all the email sent to anything at grade.com, no matter what the prefix, and in this case the prefix is me, then you would set up a catch-all. In cPanel, this is also called the default email, and you would forward all the email traffic that would otherwise bounce back. You would send that all, it would all get sent to me@grade.com. So if somebody sent an email to you@grade.com, it would still get sent to me@grade.com. If somebody sent an email to m4@grade.com, it would still get sent to me@grade.com, because there is no email address you@grade.com. There's only me. So it sees that and it says, hey, there's no email address here. I'm just going to forward it all to the defined email address, the defined catch-all. So that's pretty much what that does. So here's a picture. It just pretty much signifies exactly what I just said. You have the catch-all, which in this case is me@grade.com, and it doesn't matter what somebody types in as an email address, it will all get sent, as long as it's at grade.com, it'll all get sent to me@grade.com in this example, if you have it set up that way. And if you owned grade.com, which I highly doubt that. So what's the problem with this? Why don't we want to use this in our SEO softwares? A lot of people do, and a lot of people have really good results. The only concern that has come up recently is the domain of the catch-all in this example is grade.com can get blacklisted. So if you're along using it, and it also you could just all of a sudden nothing could work anymore. So you could be using guitar pick at grade.com and it'd be like, hey, nope, you can't register on this forum because grade.com is a spam domain. Or also it leaves a huge footprint too. So, which I don't have on here, but it could also leave a huge footprint. So if somebody's trying to track down how you build your backlinks, they could just all look for any email address at a certain domain, in this case great.com, and then if boom, it finds all your accounts. So how do we fix it? Well, we emulate the catch-all setup with a free authoritative email provider. In this case, we're using outlook.com. We make one main email, which we're going to call the catch-all, and then we're going to make multiple other emails that forward all their mail to that catch-all. And then we're also going to make aliases of those emails to get more emails per proxy per CAPTCHA paid for. So here's how it works. You have aliases of emails, and all the email going to that email gets forwarded to the catch-all. So Account Creator Plus sets up rules in Outlook.com and to make all this happen. Okay, so how does this all add up? Outlook lets you create 3 emails per IP per 24 hours. Okay, so that's why we use private proxies, to get more bang for our buck. They also let you create 10 aliases per email. Now obviously we're not going to be creating aliases for our catch-alls because the catch-all never gets displayed to post to create an account for. It never gets used. It only gets used to log in and check emails from your SEO software. So that equals to 1 email plus 10 aliases equals 11 usable emails. So if we go in and we create an email, guitarpick123 at outlook.com, and then we create 10 aliases for guitarpick123 at outlook.com. So we create guitarpick456 at outlook.com, guitarpick8910 at outlook.com. All these, all that email traffic gets forwarded to your one main catch-all. So since it's an alias of guitarpick123 at outlook.com, and all email traffic going to that email address gets forwarded to the catch-all, any alias automatically gets forwarded to that catch-all as well. So we multiply that times 3, and you get 33 usable emails per proxy per 24 hours that you can set up to forward to a defined catch-all. Pretty cool stuff. So how many proxies do I need? Each proxy is 3 tries per 24 hours. I like to think about it as tries. So each time you fill in a CAPTCHA and you click submit on Outlook.com or Hotmail or Live or whatever, that is 1 try. Okay. But once you've done that, once you've gone through the registration page, once you're in, you can create, your 10 aliases, and that doesn't take up tries or anything. So if you just create a catch-all, you go in there, you create a web page, you set the spam rule to forward all email containing the @ symbol to the inbox. You don't do any aliases. That's 1 try. Okay, so you have 2 left with that proxy. So then with that 1 proxy, we can go in and we can create another email address. Okay, so we go in and we fill out all the registration, and we set the spam rule, we set the POP3 rule, and we go in and we create 10 aliases. So then we have 11 email addresses that are all forwarding to our catch-all. Okay, so that's 1 other try. So then we can go do that again. So then we can go in and we can create another email. And we say, okay, now this email, it's, okay, we go in, we create the email, we say forward it all to our catch-all. Anything that contains the @ symbol, and then we go and create all of our aliases. So then we have 22 emails, usable emails, that we can use in like spin text format or something, and all those emails, all that email traffic is going to be sent to our catch-all. So as you can see, it's kind of a hybrid method. We're kind of using single email addresses, and we're also using the catch-all ideology, but we're actually protecting ourselves more because Outlook.com isn't going to get blacklisted because everybody uses Outlook.com. And also, we're not leaving a footprint because everybody uses Outlook.com. So there's no problem with that. All right, well, that concludes this intro video on catch-alls, and I'll see you in the next video.